for 40-odd something hours. The sweat on my back's got my shirt soaked and sour. And oh, it's already gone. Second night's coming and I'm spinning back around. We're all caught up, can't hear or feel the sound. And oh, it's already gone. And here comes the feeling when you don't got nothing and all you want to do is get up and start running. You can't hide long cause you know it's gonna start up again. Here's one thing that I know for certain, this life's too short to be worrying about you hurting for long. Oh, it's already gone. Got time but money's not something that's free. Seems the roll of the dice never rolls back to me. You know, it's already gone. A bird in my hand, two cans in the other, start spinning around. Now here comes another, and oh, it's already gone. And here comes the feeling when you don't got nothing and all you want to do is get up and start running. You can't hide long cause you know it's gonna start up again. Here's one thing that I know for certain, this life's too short to be worried about you hurting for long. Oh, it's already gone. And all you want to do is get up and start running. You can't hide long cause you know it's gonna start up again. Here's one thing that I know for certain, this life's too short to be worried about you hurting for long. Whoa, it's already gone. Already gone. It's already gone. Go. Something hours, the sweat on my back's got my shirt soaked and sour. And oh, it's already gone. Second night's coming and I'm spinning back around. We're all caught up, can't hear or feel the sound. And oh, it's already gone. And here comes the feeling when you don't got nothing and all you want to do is get up and start running. You can't hide long cause you know it's gonna start up again. Here's one thing that I know for certain, this life's too short to be worrying about you hurting for long. Oh, it's already gone.
What is up, Jags fans? I know. We're here on a Tuesday night doing our regularly scheduled show, but we're not in a good mood. None of us are in a good mood. Sorry for the late start, by the way. I had to work tonight, so it is what it is. I don't think anyone was really like dying to be here to watch film, although we do have film. We have a good amount of film. I mean, I'll just show you right here. I mean, we got some good amount of film right here. Appreciate y'all being here. Listen, we'll get through it. And like, I wanted to come in here and I probably will get upset at some point. I probably will. I probably will. But the reality of the situation is regardless if we win any games at all, like, what are y'all going to do? Not root for the Jags? So we're kind of stuck here in this bad position where we're in often. We're going to be fans. We're fine. Let me get my positivity out of the way now, okay? Because when I start showing film and I start breaking it down, you all are not going to be happy. And I may change my tune. I'll change something when I start showing film. I already know. I mean, this was one of the most painful all 22s I've ever had to watch. I do apologize for the late start. Sorry, guys. Make sure to follow everything in the video description. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow my Twitter, my Instagram. It's all in there. Got some other stuff I do on the side for fun. Racha Sriracha is our sponsor for this YouTube channel. So pick it up in the video description. So if you click on the video description, you can get yourself some Sriracha sauce. It's made by a Jags fan. Nolly Full Cab, you guys all know him. It's amazing stuff. A lot of people in the chat here have already bought it, and they can attest to it. Again, I'm all for pumping Jags fans' business. So if you have something, let me know. I'll pump it. Now, you don't have to pay me anything. I don't care. Get to a few comments here. Then we'll get to the film. BT, who's a channel member, is the first one here. He says, I'm here for the emotional support group. Okay, I'm going to try my best, but there's no promises because I'm not doing good. I wasn't in a good mood today. I hate that the Jags affect my mood that much. But when I think back and I'm like, hey, like maybe I'm the only one that does this. But like, I'll have a moment where I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to let a football team affect my mood, right? And I'm trying to do the right thing, trying to do the right thing there, right? And then I start thinking about like how much time and money, like going to games and supporting this team, how much time and money and energy I dump into this team for these guys to continue to make the same mistakes over and over and over again. Those of you that have been here for a while, we've been doing YouTube shows for a while. We've kind of gotten more popular recently, which I'm glad. But I've been saying this for a while. At the end of last year, what I didn't want to see or say was I didn't want to come on here and say we're seeing the same problems as last year. I didn't want to see. I didn't want to say the offensive line is terrible. Trevor is not progressing. I didn't want to say the defense still can't get stops. I can't get off the field. I didn't want to say if there's new problems, that's fine. Give me new problems. But what pisses me off more than anything is that it's the same problems. And like, you guys know me. I'm on Club Jaguar Wednesday nights. Tomorrow night I'll be on Club Jaguar with UCF Jaguar and Jordan DeLugo. And I say all this same stuff. It's like what bothers me is the same problems. It's insanity. I don't know how much support I'm going to be for you, BT. You being here is helping me more than I'm going to help you. Just telling you that right now. C. Breacher says, this is my therapy session. C. Breacher tried to call me out for being late. Sorry. Okay. Not my bad. I apologize. I'm going to have to wet my whistle a few times during this show. Corey T, channel member and podcast YouTube benefactor. I'm here for the mock draft. What is it? Tank for Travis Hunter. Meme of Goodwill Hunting of Robin Williams hugging Jason saying, it's not your fault. It's not my fault. And what's sad is like for a fan like you or me to sit on our high chair and say, oh, we could have fixed this team. Usually I'm like, no, you couldn't have. But the thing is like any one of us, any one of you in the comments, me, someone who's using a coin flip generator when making decisions could have at least made better decisions that led to a better showing than what we saw. I thought that we were going to play really well on Monday night. After seeing Trevor pissed off after the Browns game, I thought, all right, listen, that's what we needed. That was our moment. If we play worse, we'll get to it in a second. Ben Johnson, please save me. You know who I'm kind of like thinking like I would want? And you're going to think I'm crazy here. And you're going to think I'm like insane here. But hear me out here. What if we went and got Lane Kiffin? I know. Like he had the stint with the Raiders. He has his issues and problems. But ever since he went back to college, he's been nothing but successful everywhere he's been. And in fact, his offenses are always high-powered. He's got some dude named Jackson Dart in the Heisman conversation. And like, oh no, we need to go out and get this person. I don't care. Ben Johnson, I don't care. Who's Slovic, who's the Texans offensive coordinator? I don't care. It can't be worse than this. Like it absolutely cannot be worse than this. That was some of the worst football I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've seen some bad football recently. It was terrible. Poor coach team, poor execution. I've been listening to like a lot of like national and local media, and like nobody rewatched the game, and I can tell. Like they're saying things that like just aren't true. Like they're just not. Like for example, the offensive line was not great in the second half, and Walker Little, Anton Harrison, and Cam Robinson had some like really, really bad plays, especially in the second half. But the offensive line, I'm not kidding you. And you guys know me. I've been shitting on the offensive line for years. This was probably their best game. I'm not kidding you. This was probably their best game. Trevor had more time to throw in the pocket. Etienne had like 7 yards per carry with 11 rushes. It wasn't like he ran like twice. Like this was actually the offensive line's best game. Like I've been hating on the offensive line, but they actually were. And to hear people like the offensive line's killing Trevor. No, Trevor killed Trevor this game. And I have the film to back it up. You don't have to believe me. I have the film. But okay, now there was some bad plays in the second half, especially the end of the game. Some of those last drives, like Cam Robinson and Anton Harrison and Walker Little had terrible, terrible moments. But like as a whole work for an entire game, like I'm not kidding you. After I went back and rewatched it, because during the game, I was so mad I couldn't see straight. But like going back and watching it, it was actually their best game. Like I'm not kidding you guys. It was like I'll show you. It was actually their best game. It's actually kind of crazy. All right, I'm gonna fly through these comments quickly for the next minute, and then I'm going to get to the film. If I didn't spend enough time on your comment, or it's a good comment and I miss it, type it again. I always say that because this is a fan show. I'm a fan. You're a fan. I spend a few extra hours than you guys clipping film. That's the only difference between you and me. I promise you that. So if it's a good comment, type it again. I don't know how many more clean house sweeps I can do with the Jags. Cam Boysvert, channel member, clean house. Isaiah Jones, who I love, says, can't wait to see this rant today. This is not going to be good. I'm actually going to bring someone on here in a bit to kind of help me, because if this show were just me talking, it would not be good. It would not be good. Like my blood pressure is already kind of rising a bit too much. Doug Peterson needs to be fired. Rico says, yo, what's up, Rico? Let's take a second here. I know y'all came here for the film. I know that, but I just want to take a second. I hope everyone's doing good. I hope your life's going good. Well, just take a second. Take a deep breath. Let's. I'm gonna have to do this a few times during this show. Let's take a deep breath. We're good. We're good. Like as humans, we're good. Be nice. Do something nice for somebody tomorrow. Like go out of your way and do something nice for somebody tomorrow. Like I know you're not in a good mood. I'm not in a good mood. And I didn't do this today, but tomorrow I'm going to try. Tomorrow I'm going to try to find something that inconveniences me to help somebody. And I'm going to try to do that because I think that might help my attitude and perspective a bit. Okay, so Cali Jags. Bird misses your. Rico says, here to laugh, to be honest. I miss Urban Meyer. Shade channel member says, just when you think you've seen it all. I never expected Trevor to be my main concern. Now, the defense was god-awful. So I went back, like I said, I went back and watched it, and I tracked the negative plays the Bills had. They had one play that would be considered a negative play in the first half. One play, and the running back tripped and fell back to the line of scrimmage. Josh Allen had 6 incompletions in the first half, and 2 of those 6 were the last drive of the half where he was just trying to move the ball down the field. So 4 real incompletions. This defense forced 0 negative plays. Josh Allen, you know who was embarrassingly bad? And this is this is how I know people that watch the film if they say this. Because people tell you they watch the film and they don't. I can tell by the things that they say. I promise you. I'm not trying to high horse you. I promise you I'm not. I'm no better than any of you. But you know how I know people that don't watch the film is when they're like, oh, Devin Lloyd's playing well this year. He is playing better than last year. But last night was one of Devin Lloyd's worst games of all time. He looks like he can't keep up with he got burnt so many. He's so slow. He is so slow right now. I don't know what happened. He is so slow. And because I heard I can't remember his name, Jamal St. Cyr, whoever from News for Jags. He was like, why are we, and I love him. I'm not saying anything bad, but he was on the radio and he was like, why are we taking out Aluakon and Lloyd and putting in Muma and Miller? Muma and Miller played a lot better than Lloyd and Aluakon did. A lot better. So that's why. That is why. Muma didn't make a great play, and he's still slow and kind of slow to the point of attack. But he's faster than Devin Lloyd, and I know y'all don't want to hear that. I know you guys do not want to hear that. But when I show you these clips, which I'm over my time. Bad. We could not cover a running back to save our freaking life, dude. Okay, I'm sorry. I know I'm backed up on comments by a lot, and I'm so sorry. But I got to get some of this film because people are not going to watch the show if I don't. Okay, well, I will show this one from GoPro, Connor. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Out your mouth. Okay. Thank you, Connor. I needed that. I need you guys. Lucan is hurt. You're right. That's a good point. Okay. Thank you, Ron. Thank you. I appreciate it. And you know what? I'm going to try not to get mad. What's funny is when I started broadcasting on Twitter, the last few weeks, the viewers are way up, right? And I know if people pop in for a second, it adds to the count. The viewers are still just way up, and so people are going to think that I'm a certain way. And those of you that have been here for a long time know that I'm a different way. So I want to try to salvage my reputation. You know what? Actually, now that when I said those words when those words came out of my mouth, I actually hated every second of it. I did. So, sorry about that. I don't care my reputation at all. Okay. So here's what pisses me off the most, dude. I love the fact that Ryan Nielsen is running a lot of man. I like it. I think in the NFL you have to run man, but the Bills picked apart our man. They absolutely picked it apart. They came ready with a game plan, and we were not ready. We just weren't. We just were not ready at all. They destroyed our man defense, which I guess is why most defensive coordinators change it up a bit. But it was pathetic. Okay, this is the Bills' first drive of the game. Okay, I'm going to show a series of 4 plays here just to kind of give you my motif on us just not being able to cover these backs, and especially the wheel route, which falls on the linebackers. I hate to tell y'all. All right, so essentially we're in man. James Cook torched us. Not Aluakon. Devin Lloyd, manned up here. Press man here. That's fine. Man. 1 high free safety. Now, we also might need to have a conversation about our safeties. because I've said this before, and I'm not an "I told you so" guy. You guys know that I hate people that say that. I had some reservations about Cisco and Antonio Johnson. Not that I don't think they're good players, but I just don't know if they're good enough to start. Antonio Johnson has never, like, if you think back to even last year, he's never shown us anything that was like, oh yeah, he's a bona fide starter. Cisco has his moments here and there. He had that good run of interceptions, but they're both looking like massive liabilities right now. Massive liabilities at the safety position. I actually think Darnell Savage would be a huge upgrade to our team if he comes back healthy. Devin Lloyd. This is a great play call by the Bills, dude. They're going to run just a pick route. It probably should have been called. They're going to run a pick route here from the outside receiver. And basically, just Lloyd is just going to get destroyed out of the play. All right, watch this. I mean, that should be a penalty. I mean, that should be. But here's the thing. Here's what I want Lloyd to do. If this happens, you're inside 5 yards. Blow his ass backwards, dude. Like, if at least make somebody pay. We talk about if you're going to make a mistake, make it full speed. Don't make a mistake at half speed. Blow him up and just be like, all right, you want to run this pick play inside 5 yards? You are going to pay for it. This is a free, clean shot at a wide receiver. You do not get these very often. Like, and I know, and oh, that wasn't that big of a gain. I know, but just wait. We'll watch from the end zone here. Okay, not a big deal. All right, 4th down. We get them to 4th down, okay? All right. I'm going to play it out. Jarian Jones. All right, so Jarian Jones is straight, and this is like the problem with running straight man and having a rookie. I mean, I know we like Jarian Jones, and I think he's going to be a good player, but this is so bad right here. He's going to go across the field formation with him, and then he's going to act like he's coming back for an orbit motion and then go back this way. And Jarian Jones has no clue that he's not watch Jarian Jones here. Now, there's a chance, because again, we're not in the huddle. There's a chance that they communicated, they called off the man here, right? There's a chance they communicated, like, hey, let's not play man. And then so he does jump back to the flats, which would be the wrong decision because you're already across the hashes. But there's a chance that happened. So in this situation, Cisco bailed too far out on a 4th and 1, which I don't think, again, you should have done it. So it was one of these two people's faults here. Like, neither Cisco nor Jarian Jones were even covering anybody. Watch from the end zone. Neither one of them were doing anything. Watch them here. They were doing nothing. They didn't. 2 players did nothing to help our team right here. Like, these are the kind of mental mistakes that the team just can't do. That's a wide open receiver out of the backfield. Okay, oh, that's only 2, Jason. Not a big deal. Okay, all right. Check this out. Running back. They're in 10 personnel, 2 by 2. All right. They're going to be manned up. It looks like Muma is manned up with him. All right. I mean, the wheel is a great route against man. So, like, you got to have your players ready for this if you're going to be a predominantly man defense. Like, you have to be able to stop this. Touchdown. All right, here we go again. I think it's Devin Lloyd. Let's play it out. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Hold on. This is the play that just Devin Lloyd just. I mean, they don't score. They don't score. So it doesn't. And this is what I'm talking about. People are like, oh yeah, they don't score because he drops the football. But my boy gets burnt. Like, you tell me if this looks like a first-round draft pick. Tell me. Trade back with the first round. I don't even remember Devin Lloyd ever being this slow before. Now, maybe he's dealing with an injury we don't know about. I don't know. This is awful. This is absolutely awful. Not good. Not good at all. All right, let me get some more comments here because I value you all's opinion. Y'all's opinion. English is hard. All right, let's see here. The defense lacks so much talent in the secondary. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help that Gamble's hurt always and Savage is hurt and we suck. Here's the Jags winning in 2024. Only way you'll see it. I don't know what you mean, Steve. I don't know what you mean. Can't do it. Antonio Johnson. That created a traffic jam on this play. Yeah. Well, hopefully Mr. Collin finally fire Bulk. Honestly, he's the problem. There's obviously an issue with Doug Peterson and Trent Baalke. Shocker. Because that happens to Trent Baalke everywhere he goes. But you do not inactive 2 of your first 4 picks if you're not mad about something. Why is Mason Smith not playing? Someone tell me that. Why is Mason Smith not playing? I saw Antonio Johnson getting absolutely fried. I saw a big play by the Bills. Yeah. Cisco too worried about looking like GQ. He does think I'm not going to say anything about that. So far this season, this O-line has produced 10 sacks and 43 pressures, allowed 105 total dropbacks. That's far less than ideal, Jason. I agree, Richmond. Like, I'm not saying the O-line's good. I'm not. Like, I do not think they're good. You all know my opinion on the O-line. I'm just saying this game, I think, was their best game of the season. And if I think back to the losing streak last year, I think it was their best game they've had in a while. And I know, there was bad plays. Like, there was bad plays by specifically Cam Robinson had a bad one. Anton Harrison had a bad one, and Walker Little had a terrible one. But outside of that, like I said, like ETN had a great day yards per carry wise. Now we were down, so they were playing the pass. That might have helped. A lot of throws, Trevor had a clean pocket. Like every throw we've seen or we haven't seen the offense yet, but they clean pockets for the most part. Antonio Johnson's always around the big play for the other team. Dewey and Tayshaun Gibson can't. Yeah, I think maybe Dewey's bigger factor than we thought. Can we clean house? I mean, you have your quarterback, you have your D end, but everyone else, I mean, I guess. Getting a veteran safety will help a lot. I think we jumped the gun making it. I agree. He never showed me anything that showed he was a starter caliber, ever. Is Shad Khan man enough to do it? I don't think he wants to be involved. I think he wants to be like hands off. And like that's his strategy, and we don't like it. But I don't think he wants to be a micromanager. He wants to bring in people that manage the team for him. I've said this 1,000 times. We will never be able to get into the mind of Shad Khan because billionaires are not like us. They think differently. They act differently. So things that you, me, and anyone else would do, or the way we think, Shad Khan does not think that way. I promise you. I promise you, dude. Like, billionaires are all typically weird. And that's how they've made their money. It's because they're different. So we see this and we're like, Shad Khan, do something. And Shad Khan's like, no, I've made my money by hiring good people to make good decisions because I am not a football expert. And I don't hate that strategy, but he just needs to hire better people to do it. He tried to do it with Tom Coughlin. We would all would have done that. Didn't work. He tried to do it with Urban Meyer. We probably all would have done that too. Didn't work. He tried to do it with Trent Baalke. We probably wouldn't have done that, but it's not working. So it is what it is with Shad Khan. I don't give a lot. I don't put blame on Shad Khan. I really don't, because the point I just made. He's trying to hire people to make football decisions because he knows he's not a football guy. That's probably the right way to do it. He just needs to hire better football guys. We ran the same play and butchered it. Strange didn't pick the guy at all. Devin Lloyd is soft for that. One player and new coaches isn't going to make a difference. The organization franchise has been nothing but trash since. I don't know, man. How do you? I agree. You're not wrong, but like, what else? What's he supposed to do? Like I said, hiring Tom Coughlin, every Jag fan would have done. Hiring Urban Meyer, every Jag fan would have done. So like, you can't really. He came in and fired Mike Mularkey after 1 year because he sucked. We all would have done that too. He is doing the best thing that he thinks is for the franchise. Like, he really is. It's just hasn't worked out. Yeah. Oh, no, I got that coming. Don't worry, Shay. Bruh. First ever team to go 17. Trayvon got bullied there. I know y'all can't see it, but I just want to see it. Must have been a different play. He was okay there. I dread doing a film review this week. I'm with you, Jacob. Baalke, I know, dude. I hate it. Bro, how many Jags fans were like, oh, yeah, Baalke saved us. He went in. All right, so talking about the other play, because that I just rewatched that third play, and that didn't happen, but it was probably the second play. First round pick linebacker has got to be elite to be first round in Madden. Oh, we have a super chat from Jarrett. Jarrett says, Mason Smith registered the only quarterback hit for the team. Thanks for the $5, Jarrett. I appreciate that. I don't know why he's not playing. Something's amiss there. And Travis Holmes tried to come in last week and tell me, no, he's worse against the run. And I told him to his face. I said, no, I don't buy that, Travis. I don't buy that, because how do you know how good someone is against the run after 1 week? Well, we had training camp preseason. He's a rookie. He could become really a lot better. Something's not right there. I have a feeling Doug went to Trent and was like, give me an offensive lineman in the first 3 rounds, and he didn't do it. Jessica Morgan's here. What do the middle school Spartans need to win? Okay. All right. Great question here. Thank you. And I needed this. This is to kind of like divert my attention. So I'm an AD at a school, and we have a football team. We lost tonight. That's why I was late, because I was at a football game. And really, like, here's the reality of the situation is like, there's nothing that we should be doing differently because of the position that we're in. We are in our second season of football, and like, really we soft launched last year with like a hybrid team with a short schedule. This is our first year with like a full schedule. We're fine. Our issue is that we have a lot of kids that haven't played a lot of football. That's the reality of it at that age. They just got to see reps. And then as time goes on, and they become more lovers of the game, because like, watching football is one thing, playing flag football is one thing, but like, strapping on the pads and then hitting is a completely different thing. And that takes reps. So what we need is a little more time. We need a little more development, a little more time. We're going to be fine. I am not worried at all. We have great coaches. That's the biggest thing that a youth team needs, is good coaches, and we have great coaches. So there's some things we're going to do as far as off. I will say another thing, as I'm ranting about it. I will say another thing. Okay. One of our problems as our team is like we're not very physical. Okay. I preemptively saw that coming. So I put together these off-season workouts that our kids could go to in the off-season. And I got hooked up with a great gym and a great trainers. And we had very, very low attendance at those. Very low. Like, I want to say maybe 10 kids. Not good. Not good. You got to get bigger, stronger, faster. Everyone else is. So if you don't, you're going to fall behind. But I think now, here's what I'm talking about with time. Now, when you get pancake blocked, that gets logged in your memory. You're like, okay, I need to work out this offseason. So that does not happen again. That's what I mean. I mean, it takes time. And I don't blame the kids for not being there in the offseason because they hadn't been through it. Now they have. They see the importance of working out all year long, getting stronger and faster all year long. So it translates to those 60 minutes that you're playing a football game. Thank you for that, Jessica. And Jessica's awesome. I needed that because I was getting a little mad there. What's your opinion on Trevor's pocket awareness? This is a great question because we've seen a lot of good quarterbacks get thrown into action early, and it really kind of rattle their pocket time clock in their head. You look at guys like Baker Mayfield. You look at guys Bryce Young. There's a whole list of guys that were the first overall pick, second overall pick. Jameis Winston, it's really hard to be a number one overall pick because you get put on a terrible team and you're expected to perform. So it's a tough business. I mean, I don't want to say that Trevor needs a change of scenery, but I believe in Trevor and I'm not seeing what I know he can do. And typically when that happens, they need a change of scenery. And I don't want that to happen, and it won't happen because we signed him. But he's got all the intangibles. He's got the arm. He's got the quick throwing motion. He understands defenses. He's becoming a leader, but he's not getting better. So the only thing you can do is bring in a new coach, a new system. Lane Kiffin. I'll start a Lane Kiffin thing right now. I don't care. Who has more to blame? Yes, Bulky. The coaching is not good, but I think more to blame goes to Bulky, 100%. All right. Oh, geez, I'm really backed up, like always. All right, let me get this more film, and then I'm going to bring in somebody to help me. All right. This is us on offense, and someone already alluded to this play already. I know. Hold on. I know you can't see it. This is a two-play sequence. Okay, I didn't even break the plays up. Like, the thing is like this isn't even a terrible play. I don't really see anyone else much. I can't see everything. I mean, it looks like you could have maybe thrown the curl to Parker Washington. But I don't hate this ETN on a linebacker matchup. I really don't. But when I was talking about Trevor having a terrible game, he doesn't even give ETN a chance here. Watch. Doesn't even give him a chance. I mean, this camera guy could have maybe caught it. This camera guy could have maybe caught it. This Jags fan, who I respect the hell out of, sitting in the second row, could have maybe jumped the wall and caught this ball. This guy's on his knees. I don't think he's catching it. The ref could have maybe caught it. But you know who could not have caught this ball was ETN. And he was covered. He was covered. He didn't get open. No chance. So then the next play. Not even going to break it up. Next play. All right, that was second down. Third down. We need it. It looks like we need about 10 yards. Very next play. Let's try the same thing with Gabe Davis. How about that? Let's try the exact same play with Gabe Davis. No chance. Catches the ball. No chance. Absolutely no chance here. And this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm getting kind of worried about Trevor because he is locking in on one read early. He's locking in on one read. He's not doing a good job, especially this game, of surveying the field. He's not. He got locked in on this wheel right away, and he had he had Christian Kirk on a slant that was wide open. No chance. Both those plays are on Trevor. Both those plays are on Trevor. I never understood people that confusing drafting talented players at positions of need with just drafting for need. Seems like this team never drafts the positions we barely have any talent in. Yeah, he seems Balky's definitely a best player available type guy, and more specifically, like D-line. Should we get anyone from the Packers front office for coaching? I feel like they always do a good job with talent. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be better than what we have now. Yeah, I saw Walker Little's one live. It was embarrassing to say the least. I'm going through these quick, guys. I'm sorry. Like, I love like interacting with the fans in your comments, but we have too many. Me too. Me too. I would rather listen. The amount of money that I spend going to these Jags games, I would rather spend that on the Spartans. I would. Arch Manning will not come here. His uncles will make sure of it. He did. It's true. If we paid him enough money, he would. Okay. Can't believe I made the live. RM Skip, channel member. I can believe it. I can believe it. All right, let me get this. I'm gonna bring someone in here. Let me see here. Let me do it here. All right. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. It's all about the money. Are we talking about Arch Manning? Why are we still talking about Arch Manning? I don't think he's even coming out this year. I think he's in college another year. Huh? Yeah, me too. Let's get Tom Brady for quarterbacks coach and Belichick for head coach. Now we're talking. I agree, Steve Breacher. I'll take the Spartans outright. Oh, wow. He went Shay's Providence Stallions win one game against us, and now he's on his high horse. Can't tell if you're trolling right now. Okay, I got to scroll down. Where's the separation? Strange didn't do his job correctly there. That stretch, Trevor throws 3 balls in a row to people. Every ball was out of bounds. That was 2 of them. Funny how their linebackers can keep up with ETN. That is funny. What are the chances? It's almost like they were ready for it. That's crazy. Seriously, Jags United, do you think we can beat anyone on our schedule? Let's look at it. Texans, no. Colts, maybe. Bears, maybe. Patriots, maybe. Packers, no. Eagles, no. Vikings, no. Lions, no. Texans, no. Titans, no. Jets, no. Raiders, maybe. Titans, maybe. Colts, maybe. We got some maybes in there. We got some maybes in there. We're good. We're good. I want to see those incomplete out routes to BTJ. All right, I got some more plays coming. Don't worry. Travis Hunter, you are unfortunately a Jaguar. Oh, look who decided to stop in. Oh, look who it is. Old Travis Holmes. Right now, this week, I'm taking the Panthers over the Jags. We so need an EVP again, just a better one than Tom Coughlin. They should hire Travis and me to do it like as a tandem. They can pay us half what they do. They can split our pay and we'll just share it. And then we will be better than what we have now. Glad you're here, Travis. Hope everything's doing good. Deion Sanders will tell Travis Hunters, hell no, don't go. Travis Hunter would be kind of sick. He's actually kind of a baller. I'll take a maybe. Remember John Elway not going where he was picked? Yeah, same thing with Eli. I think that's what we're talking about. Eli didn't go to the Chargers. He went to the Giants instead. Can we beat the Mean Machines? To be honest, I don't know what we need. I feel like we've tried everything. We need like a Bill Belichick. I know he wasn't good in New England his last year, but did Trevor fake not being able to hear plays on the first drive after half? He even turned down a backup helmet from the equipment guy, but they ran hurry up and he seemed to audible every play. Shay's got the inside info on this stuff. Trevor's not happy. They can pay me in Taco Bell, bro. I'll do it for the guy. Listen, no. Taco Bell's legit, bro. The cheesy steak burrito. Get me Ben Johnson and Cam Ward. Cam Ward looks good. We need some heart. All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to bring in my man, Carson Shack here. We're going to bring him in. And this is his first time on the show, so go easy on him. Okay? Go easy on him. All right. We'll see how it goes.
What's up, boys?
Everything working? Can everything working here?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you, yeah. All right, we're going to get into Jag stuff. How do we fix the Spartans?
I think you said it best. Reps. Get guys in the gym. Get them growing a little bit. I think we're good after that. Yeah, I think that's the main thing.
I think you're spot on. All right, so now we fix the Spartans. How do we fix the Jags?
I don't know, man. That one, I think, like you guys were talking about, I think we have the roster for it. I don't think that's the question. But when we don't have a bunch of big name guys, we have to have some sort of like attitude, like juice. We don't have anything. They're just flat. Like Trevor's the only guy getting mad. And if our quarterback who never says anything, never like even keel the whole time he's been here. And like last night he's on the sideline yelling at Doug. Like we've never seen anything like that before. It's just very, very different from what we're used to from him. And that's not a good thing at all.
It's definitely not a good thing. I tried to update the video description to get Carson's Twitter in here, but I couldn't do it for some reason. So if you go on Twitter, just type in Carson_Shack and give him a follow. Yeah, I mean we're in a bad spot here. I get the fortunate opportunity to talk with Carson very often. We work together, and typically it's talking about how much the Jags suck. So yeah, and so I walk in and Carson's watching Jags film, and I have to remind him to get back on task. But he's dedicated. All right, I'm gonna fly some more. I'm through some more film, and we'll get Carson's thoughts on this stuff. All right, we've been talking about how much we love Antonio Johnson lately. Now they got him walked down because I don't like blue, I like yellow for the film. Antonio Johnson's gonna be with Dalton Kincaid again. We're a straight man here. Again, it's like you're trying to hide your too high look here, but like this is obviously you're gonna roll into a cover one. Not a great disguise here. But Antonio Johnson's going to be on Dalton Kincaid. Carson, would you classify Dalton Kincaid as a burner? Someone that you have to really worry about with his speed?
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get it out of the way now there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bottom of the screen here. Just whoops us. Absolutely whoops us here.
He doesn't even look like he knows what he's doing. It's just like there's a couple plays like that where like a couple of the guys they don't know what they're doing. And it like at that point it's not a player thing. That's like a preparation thing. That's like there's no they have a game plan, and when it goes off the plan, they're done.
I mean, he's a good tight end, okay, but there's no reason why he should be beating you 15 yards down the field on a corner route.
Yeah, that can't happen.
When you're Antonio Johnson and you're like supposed to be all world here. I don't know. Too many cooks in the kitchen or the team. I think it's a mix of both, dude. Like
both.
Like I really do think that the coaches need to play better, but I also think this roster isn't as good as people thought it was. And like
that's fair.
People wanted the bulky masterclass to come to fruition so much, but this roster is just not good. Like it's just not. Like
I'd say on paper it is, right. But I think what Balky struggles with is getting guys that mesh into the team that we already have and the quote unquote system or culture that we had. And he didn't do
quote
that.
Unquote, because there's no
our culture is losing right now. And for the
Steve
future.
says the fans need to stop saying Duval until the Jags win a game again and start saying Loserville. What I like about Duval, and like there's been people that pop up every now and then that talk about they don't like that. I really like that like kind of separates us, and it's like our team doesn't have an identity, but the fans have an identity from Duval, and I do like that because no matter where, because when you hear opposing fans come in here, they do the Duval thing as like mocking us. That's how you know it's good. Like that's how you know. It's the same with the Gator Chomp. You see these guys doing the Gator Chomp when they like. That's how you know it's good because like people want to like mock it. So I'm okay with that. Parker Warren, Antonio Johnson doesn't know he had help over the middle of the field. Should have shaded outside. I mean, I get when you play man, you want to shade inside, but like, bro, look at this stare down right here. It's embarrassing.
He deserved that.
He did deserve that.
Yeah. It was pitiful.
The undying love Jags fans have had for Cam over the years because he has attitude is insane. He's been mediocre at best, and he's making too much money to only be bringing attitude on the field. That's fair. I mean, I'll say I was one that was bigger on Cam Robinson than I should have been. I like that we had this big grizzly bear left tackle who would talk junk. I liked that, but he's not starter caliber anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah,
so. But neither is Walker Little. That's the problem. People are like, "Oh, put Walker Little there. He's no better."
I'd take Cam over Walker.
Absolutely, with
ease, but not much of an upgrade.
We have a fan base that's been through a lot. I guess at least we got each other. That's true. That's true. Paul says Trent and Doug need to go. The Tribeca is not working. Yeah, you're right. Shay says, doesn't look like he knows what he's doing. I wanted to highlight that because that's how I feel about this team all the time.
Yeah, there's no other way to put it. They just look lost.
They do. Shad needs to hire a football czar, but the problem is Shad is the one that has to hire the football czar.
Shad.
What is the culture? The culture is degenerate
Nothing.
Fans like us that come in here and watch this film. And like, if I didn't spend so much money at all their home games, I don't think I'd care. And maybe I'm shallow for that, but I spend so much freaking money going to these home games. I spend so much time clipping these films and covering this team. Throw me a bone here, Jags. Throw me. That's all I'm. In the words of Carson, okay. Bad day to be a Jags fan. Bad day.
Bad season.
I just got home like 14 minutes behind in the stream. But what can I say about this team that hasn't already been said? How to fix it? Volkfang?
That we could start there.
Pooval. Oh my gosh. Jazz says I'm so hard. Well, at least someone's excited around here.
Yeah.
Only when Carson's on the show.
Oh my god.
All right, let's throw in a good play. All right, let's throw in something happy here. All right. The Jags did score a touchdown. I know. It's hard to believe. My boy Brenton Strange with the fake block release. Look at that.
Needed that one. Dropped a wide open ball on third down. You deserve that touchdown.
I mean, look at that. Let's watch that again, just for something good here. Look at that. Great job, Brenton Strange. 2nd round pick. At least he's playing in the game, unlike our newest 2nd round pick. All right, let's go to this one's not good. This is Brian Thomas Jr. just dropping the ball, and for all the fans that wanted to feed Brian Thomas Jr., it's like, again, like clean pocket, balls out quick. Can't blame the O-line here.
I bet he was just surprised he actually got the ball on that one.
Well, because if you remember last week, they ran the same play and Trevor threw it like really behind him. So that was my first thought. Is like maybe he was like, "Oh man, this ball is on my hands."
See, like that's what I talk about when they don't know what they're doing. It's like a constant occurrence, at least once or twice a drive. Like the communication is just terrible. Like, who was Braswell waving at? Or was Braswell being waved at?
His family. All right. This is what I was talking about with Devin Lloyd, and I was kind of harping earlier on the show about how much Devin Lloyd has been very disappointing this year. His job is to set the edge right here. So he's supposed to set the edge and turn everything back in. He gets reach blocked by the tackle, which is not good. And then he just looks like the most unathletic player on earth after it. Like, bro, you're a 1st-round pick, dude.
That's just, again, pitiful. I don't.
Here's their 2nd touchdown. I know people like want the holding call here.
Hold. No touchdown. Move him back. I mean, regardless of if there was a hold or not, the fact that is that Shakir? Or is that
Kincaid?
No, Kincaid. Yeah, the fact that he's that open anyways, the holding shouldn't have even mattered.
I mean, he does get his jersey here, but like that's not a great effort. Like I know people want the holding call there, but like I want to see more effort.
He gave up regardless of the call.
He was like, and the play before this, he drew a holding call. But like, go, dude. And like the pursuit, we just look so slow, dude. Like I know Devon Hamilton isn't supposed to be like a pursuit guy, but Devon Hamilton and Josh Allen, like they just look like they're not trying, dude. Like watch them pursue Josh Allen. Oh, and look who was covering him. 33.
Whoa.
Well. Number 33, Devin Lloyd. Oh, he's too fast. There he is.
See, that's I don't know if it's a Doug thing or whatever's going on in the locker room, but it's like they have their game plan. They have whatever they work on before the game. And if the game, like if anything goes out of what they talked about, they're done. They look like a deer in the headlights. They have no idea what's going on.
Apparently Dalton Kincaid is the fastest tight end in the league and runs a 4.1 and is an insane route runner. Because Devin Lloyd he just gave us fits all day. I mean, I what the hell's 44 doing? Jacksonville turd burglars. I saw that too in the game, and I was like, holding. It was holding, but like, give more effort. Like, I feel like, honestly, and this isn't the right way to look at it, but like, the ref was probably like, dude, you're trying to get the holding. Like, you gave up trying to get a holding call. Like, I'm not calling that. Like, you literally, like, there was no effort there.
If he would have tried to run after Josh while getting held like that, it would have been a call.
And then maybe you see a little jersey pull.
Right.
Traded up to get 33. Josh Hines Allen not giving effort was not on my bingo card. I'm in hell right now.
Aren't we all?
That's not a bad point. That's not a bad point. Maybe he needs to change his name back. Give all those jerseys back. All the jersey exchange.
I might be onto something.
Trent drafts athletes. He does not pick football players. We have a terrible football IQ team.
Would agree.
Yeah. That's a good point. Do you think the team parties too much before games? They look slow.
I don't know. I don't think so, because they would like each other if that were the case.
Yeah, and I think the only person that partied was probably Brandon McManus, and he got in trouble for that. So maybe they're a little more non-partiers.
Shout out.
They give me an excuse to reverse party, if you know what I mean, because that is so true, says Shay. The first time they don't pick up a 3rd and long feels like the game is over. Too much to overcome. Nasir Premier says emojis, crying and laughing all at the same time. That's all of us. The lack of pass rush hurts even more watching the consistent effort and play of Aiden Hutchinson. How do you not draft Aiden Hutchinson there?
Because again, he tries to draft on upside, which I can get behind, but we have no development. So it's like we're beating a dead horse. We over and over again draft these guys based on their ceiling, but we can barely get them off the floor.
Dude, that was well said.
So
that was well said. I like that
Thank you.
there. I like that. Paying the players we did and having them not perform just set the team back like 3 to 5 years. I mean, what are your thoughts on Trevor? Are you like he's cooked, or do you think he's just in a bad situation currently?
I will die on the hill that Trevor's not the problem until our franchise is moved, because it will happen eventually, because we suck. I'm just kidding. We're not
moving. We're not moving.
But we're not. We're staying here forever, and we're going to win a Super Bowl.
At least 30 years. We got at least 30 years.
Yeah. But
I'll be dead, but you'll probably still be alive.
Yeah, most likely. I hope so. Anyways.
Dead? Wow.
No, I hope I'm alive. I think his start to his career kind of ruined him for a couple of years. He has not had consistency his entire time in the NFL. Like, yes, last night was probably his worst game as a professional. I think we can all get behind that at some degree. But I will always hang my hat on, you don't throw 4 picks in the first half and come out and win your first playoff game if you're not a good quarterback. You just don't do that.
I like that.
So I don't know. There's something needs to change. But again, I'm hesitant on that because then this is 3rd head coach in 5 years.
Yeah.
And that's not good either.
Ryan Nielsen told Josh Allen to gain 30 pounds for no reason. To be slow. I don't know why you would gain weight when you had the season you had. I didn't hear that, but I don't know. That could be right. Hanging out at those Diddy parties. Seabreacher's just mad he was never invited to a Diddy party. That's the real issue.
I think he might have been, actually.
Seabreacher, yeah, I could see him doing that. He probably tries to run his own little underground Nakati.
Yeah.
He probably tries
to.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Jags roster, we're all spotted at the titty bar. Is there animosity between the players, you think? I mean, from player to player? I don't think so. I mean, I think this is like when you get to the NFL, everyone looks at it as like a job. So it's like we're all here to make money. I don't think that happens so much in the NFL. Now, between coaches, I think there may be. I mean, we saw Peterson get rid of and scapegoat the entire defensive staff last year.
Yeah.
Imagine being Mike Caldwell right now, watching this Jags team, like laughing, being like, "Oh, y'all thought I was the problem?" Like,
yeah,
that's
I
not
don't think there's animosity, but I also don't think there's any cohesion whatsoever. Like, I just think, like, they just seem like acquaintances at this point. Like, there's just nothing from player to coach for sure, but between them, I don't think so.
Heard Armstead didn't even show up on the stat sheet. Yeah, everybody was big on Armstead, and he still could be a good player, but I don't know. Lead pipes in Jayville, it's the water making the squad into dunces. Oh, geez. Someone needs to get fired. Stop this nonsense, says Luffy. Yeah. I seriously remember convincing myself that Trayvon was the right pick. I think he still could be a good player. It's just,
yeah,
he's going to be a guy. Like, we all knew he was like a project guy. And then I think we kind of were like, okay, he's there now, a little too early.
yeah.
I think he's still going to be good. It's just like hard for me to wrap my brain around taking him first overall.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's
I don't
first
know.
overall pick needs to be like home run. Like, this guy's going to change your franchise.
Right.
No one ever thought Travon Walker was going to be a franchise-changing player. They thought he was going to be a good player, an athletic player, disruptive player, but I don't think anyone was like, oh, yeah, he's going to step onto the field and change your defense. I don't think anyone ever thought that, besides Trent Baalke.
Yeah.
Nothing cheap, nothing deep, Ryan Nielsen. And that's probably why they're on the field for 15 minutes at a time, so that makes sense.
Wise words.
All right, let's see. Let's go to some more plays here. Why not? Let's just torture ourselves more. This is another touchdown that the Bills scored. No pressure. Monteric Brown getting absolutely whooped. I mean, they had two guys in routes right here. This was a max protect. We saw this last week. The Browns killed the Jags with this, so you thought maybe they'd be ready for it. They're going to do a deep crossing scissor route concept. They're going to leak out the running back. There's really only two guys in route. You have one high free safety who doesn't make a decision either way, and Monteric Brown just gets absolutely whooped here on this post route. First of all, you're in man. When you're in man, like, I know you have middle of the field help, but you still, like, he's playing outside leverage.
Yeah.
And like, I get they were killing them with the corners and the outs and the wheels. So I get it. Maybe he's like, all right, I don't want to give that up. But like, in man coverage, you cannot give up an inside release. It's like rule number 1. So you got to play inside leverage, make him beat you to the outside, and make a play on the ball. If your goal is to funnel him into the inside safety, didn't work because he inside releases, stems his route inside, gets upfield, and just gets beat.
It's also the fact that Josh Allen was literally staring down that route the entire play, and Antonio Johnson decides to go backwards into the end zone 5 yards where no one is. Like he didn't make a decision.
Right.
He moved back into the end zone instead of going somewhere.
And the reality of it is, like, pausing it here, Allen could have thrown it to either person.
Yeah.
Both of them were open. Like, he could have really thrown it to either person. And like,
once again, just no idea what he's doing. It's ridiculous.
And this, again, like with Dalton Kincaid, this is not Tyreek Hill running this route. This is Keon Coleman. who ran the slowest 40 of all time at the combine.
Yeah.
This hurts. This hurts to watch. So let's keep going. All right, how about the Jags on offense? 3rd and long. Okay, 3rd and long. All right, they need some yards here. I think they send 5. Nope, they just send 4.
Can you please circle Kirk like 5 times?
So they did. To be fair, they did need to get to here.
At that point, I would have just liked the completion.
Kirk's
I didn't
open.
even care about a first down.
Parker Washington looks like he's about to be open. Brian Thomas Jr. on a comeback could have been open, but this is still technically double covered. The least open guy. The least. And this is what I'm talking about with Trevor is like when he had a bad game, it was like he's not reading the field. He's like bracketed. Like how that was not intercepted blows my mind. Yeah, I mean, this was the throw right here.
Yeah.
That was the throw. But again, watch Trevor. Trevor stares this down the entire time. Like he made up his mind he was going here from the snap.
I don't know if he's even able to get that seam off to Parker,
Yeah,
though.
that's a good point.
Even if he saw it. I mean, not making the play any better, but that was also a penalty.
It wasn't a low hit though. I think it was a holding.
No, it should have been, but
no, it was a holding. They called a holding on Cam Robinson.
Yeah.
Dude, come on, Cam. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible.
Oh, I want to know what they do at practice. Like,
They obviously don't block. They obviously don't block. I'm backed up on comments. I apologize, guys. I'm sorry. Monteric Brown is a 7th-round draft pick. Where are the high draft picks at defensive back for our team that we've been needing for years? Well, we signed Tyson Campbell to that big deal, and we haven't seen him play. We got Ronald Darby, who doesn't play. We have Jerrion Jones, who gets beat as well. Antonio Johnson, LMAO. Starting Johnson when he hasn't even a starter last year is certainly a choice.
I can't.
How would we even orchestrate a midseason firing of Doug? Offense and defense both suck, so no reason. Yeah, that's a good point. So some people have been like promote Ryan Nielsen. I mean, promoting an interim head coach never like is sustainable long term. Besides, I guess Doug Marrone, I guess, kept the job after he did it. But like, besides him,
Antonio Pierce.
Yeah,
but the only reason I would be able to get behind that is just like the energy he has. Like he's the only coach on the sideline running up and down, screaming at guys. Like I feel like at this point, that's what we need is a guy like that. Now, would I be jumping up and down for Ryan? No, but I don't know.
I feel like you, if I'm trying to get inside the mind of Shad Khan, you give him you give Peterson one more game.
Yeah.
If he gets blown out again, then maybe you fire him, you promote Nielsen, and maybe your team rattles off some wins and you maybe salvage a wild card spot. Best case scenario. Don't think it'll happen, but like best case scenario. Because if you get beat down by the Texans again next week, then that's your next best option. It's not keeping Doug around. So
yeah, I don't think Doug stays if we lose next week. But I also didn't think Doug would stay after last night. But
I mean, it was bad because it was like Monday Night Football. But like I get it. Like there's still a lot of games left. You're 0-3,
Yeah.
which is not ideal, but like you're not in a super competitive division because like you could beat the Texans next week and then still be like one game back somehow.
Yeah.
So I get not firing him this week, but if he gets like, and especially if we get like destroyed and the offense looks bad again. But really, honestly, this game was more on to me, the offense wasn't good, but this game was actually more on the defense. I talked about at the beginning of the show. They had the Bills had one negative play in the first half, and that was where the running back tripped and fell to the line of scrimmage. There was not even like at halftime. Not only was the game over, but it was like we're getting blown out at halftime, and the offense didn't help. But you don't see games that high scoring in the NFL very often. And this is something I was going to say is like in the NFL, most games come down to a touchdown or a field goal most of the time. So when you get into a position where you're seeing Mitch Trubisky versus Mac Jones at the end of the game and there's no injuries, something bad has happened. And that's embarrassing for the Jags. For Trevor Lawrence, when they showed Trevor Lawrence on the sidelines watching Mac Jones play and Mitch Trubisky out there, that's like, okay, that we just unfolded and had a terrible game. But
yeah,
that's so embarrassing that if that happens again and we see whoever the hell the Texans backup quarterback is nowadays, is it still Davis Mills? I don't know.
Yeah.
If we see him versus Mac Jones again, the change has to happen. So,
yeah.
Monteric has to reroute here and get a hand on the wide receiver at the line. It takes away Brown's biggest strength, his play at line of scrimmage. He just runs with the wide receiver. Yep. No, you're right. But I would say, because Duval Dive knows what he's talking about, why is he lining up outside leverage if he knows he has to reroute there? If you have to reroute the line of scrimmage, you at least be head up. Don't be outside leveraged where he could stem his release inside and you not even be able to get a hand on him. So that's either Monteric Brown made a poor decision at the line of scrimmage or Ryan Nielsen told him to play outside leverage. Either way, that's, I don't know. Steve Koltnick says, I'm telling you all this right now. The Prowler uniforms are magical and will be the beginning of a winning streak for us. They worked in 99. Prowler uniforms will be the turning point.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, you can't.
Never know.
I was just about to say it can't get any worse, but.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to find out if that's true. I don't.
No better than Dave Caldwell, Gus Bradley, LOL. So do the other teams have some sort of 100% tells on us or the formation or something? Seems like the defense knows our plays better than our players do. Our defense is the opposite. So I will say this about that. I have a brother who loves football, but doesn't watch it the way that we do. He loves the football, loves to watch it. Not a guy who's going to like break down the X's and O's. Barely knows who all the starters are. And like Wells watching the game the last night, and he was like, every time Trevor's like back foot is like under center, like really far back, he does a play action. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, watch. I started watching it and I was like, oh shit, he's right. Every time Trevor like lines up like in a wide stance under center, he does a play action. And I was like, if my brother who doesn't watch film and doesn't even know all the starters, if he noticed that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something there.
Also, we have been running the same plays for 3 years now. We're not really digging deep in the bag for plays these days. It's kind of
no, we're not. We're not. I think that's roughing the passer for going low. It should have been, but they didn't call it. Cam Robinson is facing Trevon Walker's bull rush every day at practice. I think Trevon Walker lines up on the offense's right side, so I would think that Cam Robinson's probably going up again. And to be honest, he's probably going up against a scout team. That's typically how teams do it. Like if they have a ones-on-one period, it's like for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. So like they get scout teams out there and they align them in alignments that they think the opposing team will do. So he's probably going up against like Yasir Abdullah. He's probably going up against Big O. Yeah, I don't think starters aren't getting those like one-on-one reps as much as people think. But he is doing it every day. It's not as many reps as people think. Last night was my lowest point in 30 years of being a fan.
That's low.
I mean, that one-win season was pretty bad. The Gus Bradley days were bad. But yeah, I get it. All right, let's go to this play here. This was like at the end of the this was 4th and long, so you do have to kind of give it some like context. But this was 4th and long, and because you can tell the Bills are just like in prevent here. But watch the route concepts here. Okay, I'm gonna play it, and you guys tell me. And to be fair, Walker Little gets absolutely smoked here, absolutely smoked. But watch the route concepts here. Let's go back. Let's pause it. And again, I know Walker Little got smoked and Trevor had no chance. But here we can see what the routes were supposed to do. Curl, 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 curl.
Chris
Now you
reached in
see
the
it.
bag
Watch.
for that one.
Yeah. What's the plan here? Throw a jump ball? Like throw a jump ball to one of these guys and hope. And I don't understand what the plan is here. Like, I understand they're in prevent, but like we know these NFL like plays are like super complex and they have like all these long names and like formations and terms. I can imagine Doug Peterson on the headset is like curls. Go. And Walker Little is absolutely terrible here. Absolutely terrible here. Like we saw Cam Robinson be terrible. This is just terrible.
Yeah, it's bad.
We suck again. Walker Little got smoked. 5 straight curls is nasty work. We need to hire a 2019 Clemson staff so Trevor can get go get Dabo. Press Taylor's special right there. I'm in pain. Yep. That prevent play the worst. Curls. That's the play. No belief in Yak. Even if it's not, like, come on, do something. If you watch the game, it was obvious. Doug, I agree. So, Pee Wee football team. So Shea tried to call me out on this by saying, because Shea has had more access on the sidelines than we have. He said that Doug did this all the time, but when they cut to Doug in the game, Doug had like the play sheet with his glasses on, play sheet in front, covering his mouth, he was calling plays. Like Doug, he's in a hot seat right now where Doug's like, I'm taking over play calling. If he's so liberal and like bouncing play calling duties back and forth between like first half and second half and third downs and fourth downs, with this job on the line, he's going to be calling the plays. Like that's the reality of the situation. So to all the people that were like, Doug needs to call the plays, fire Press Taylor. I'm telling you, Press Taylor is not the problem. It's not. And like
where do you think
any blame you give Press Taylor has to go on Doug too. That's just the reality.
Press learned everything from Doug.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's no variation between the two. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's Doug's offense, and it sucks since the Chiefs playoff game. Armstead here doing podcasts every week. Crazy. Get more involved with your team instead. Oh, there's a shot press calling the plays at some point during the broadcast. I'll find it, but I agree press isn't the issue. Okay. I look, Shea doesn't know what he's talking about. So true, but they could both still leave. So
Please.
There's a nightmare scenario where we win next week and Doug stays. Like I said, we're only one game back if we win next week.
I think either way, I think he's gone after this season.
I mean, if they don't make the playoffs, then he has to be. Houston just got pummeled by Minnesota last week, so no excuses. Can we bring the entire line from Clemson? There was a Reddit post going around from when Doug left the Eagles. That sounds way too familiar.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to just fly through these plays because I don't care anymore. Your boy Devin Lloyd's going to blitz here. Great job, Devin Lloyd. Excellent job, Devin Lloyd. That's excellent. That's why we drafted you in the first round, baby. Great job here. Excellent job. Great job.
Nice catch for you.
I don't blame him. Like, he was not
he's the only like competent person on our defense. And now he's out for a few weeks, so that
that's if he would have made
everything.
that play, that would have been incredible.
Yeah.
You know whose play would have been not that incredible if Devin Lloyd touches Josh Allen here. That would be
impossible.
I know I'm hating on Devin Lloyd so much this week, but holy crap, dude. Here's the Jags on another max protect shot play where they're going to just send two guys in on routes. I mean, I guess technically,
that was a good ball.
It could have been more outside, but I think Thomas Jr. slips on his outbreak here. That's not a good route. That's just not a good route.
No. Yeah, I think he slipped when he tried making a cut. At least that's what it looked like. I hope that's what it was, because if that was his breakdown to cut outside, that's not good.
It's not good. That's not good at all. And that was kind of the knock on him in the draft, was like, he's good going vertical.
Yeah.
But the route tree is just not there for him. That's terrible. There's no separation there. I mean, this is a shot play. This is like max protect, getting the ball deep down the field, a clean pocket for Trevor. I mean, he's not open. He's not open. That was not a good route by Brian Thomas Jr.
No.
So Brian Thomas Jr. is good, but like that wasn't good there.
And like I'm okay with that because like he's a rookie. But like that's what we brought Christian Kirk for. Like, he's known for his route running, and we're not using him. That's what I don't understand. And like even Doug said in his presser today about BTJ's route running. So it just, if you're going to say that, I don't understand why we're not utilizing our best route runner.
Right. That's a good point. All right, this is a 3-play sequence. We're driving. We're not really driving the ball. We're on the 40, but like we had gotten a first down, which is good. And then this is the 3 plays that we run. Terrible throw. Like, probably was open. Terrible throw. And this is like your typical option route where this happens, where like it's an option route to either turn around or just to keep going. And Trevor thought he was going to turn around, and ETN kept going. This happens, but like not good execution. Then we go to the next play here. Very next play. Drop. So again, poor execution. So now we're 3rd and 10. and sacked. I mean, this is like our offense just no execution. Not first play, you're not on the same page with your running back. Second play, you get a drop by your second round pick tight end, and the third play, you can't block. Anton Harrison just doesn't block.
It seems like almost every play, everyone's just either running a curl or an out, and then it's the difference is either Travis Etienne's running like a Texas or option route, or he's in pass pro. That's the only difference between our plays or
What
pass
hurts even
plays.
more is our boy Dewan Smoot does a zone blitz and drops into coverage and just completely fools Sheriff and Anton Harrison. Seems like Gabe Davis is running in mud.
Yeah, he looks like a tight end.
He does.
I don't like line him up for Evan Ingram while he's gone. Because like he at least I would rather him at tight end than Brenton Strange at this point.
Yeah. He did score a touchdown. It was never the Jags, says EJ. Seems like Trevor ability to read the field was getting better. Guess I was mistaken. That's not what we even drafted him to do. Granted, at times he doesn't have time to either. Look at how Trevor gets through his progressions. Yeah, it's not good. Goodbye to any more primetime games for us. Gabe Davis can't block, though. That's a good point.
Neither can anyone else. So join the club. We're good.
We won't spend too much time on this play. I mean, it is what it is. This is just bad. Just bad.
Jeez, bro. Like, that's just like, that's what confuses me so much about him. Like, you look back at the Chargers game last season when we went on a run, even like the Miami game, the touchdown he had to Brian Thomas, and then you watch that, and it's like not even the same person. It makes no sense.
Clean pocket, basic route. And like I'm almost like it happened at a bad time when we needed points.
Yeah.
But like even like your best quarterbacks are gonna occasionally do that. Like,
yeah,
it happened at a bad time, and he's got a lot of pressure on him right now, so it just looks bad. But I don't want to watch that play anymore. This is just terrible by Cam Robinson. Just this is the play I talked about in the second half, where I thought the O-line didn't play. I mean, I thought the O-line didn't play as bad as they've been playing, but we had the play with Walker Little, and now we have this play here where it's just this is two plays now where Cam Robinson just terrible.
But look, you have like Christian Kirk's running a curl, Gabe's running a streak, and then Brian Thomas is running a curl too, and Farrell's running an out route. It's the same thing every play.
Yeah.
They have no variety to any of their pass plays. It's literally like he just tells them go run and find a spot.
Yeah.
It's
This is the last clip I have, thank God. And this is on the rookie Trey Prince. Again, late round pick. But he's lined up in the nickel. I mean, we're getting kind of lean at cornerback position. And again, just letting the guy just come across the middle of the field. And again, like Travis Duval-Dime said, it's like these guys, Monteric Brown, Trey Prince, they're not known for their like chasing a guy across the field. They're known for their like aggressive play at the line of scrimmage and pressing. And they're like not even getting hands on people. And I get they're in the bunch here, and it was kind of no one knows what they're doing. But you can't win with that quality of defensive back. You just can't. And I get due to injury, he was on the field, probably not ready. But it's just You're not going to beat anybody
Yeah.
with this level of play. Not good. Not good. We're going to do a few more comments here, then we're going to wrap it up here. Phil Rouster's product. Yeah. Not even the refs could help us. These passing concepts are so bad. We are a totally different offense than in 2022. I really think Jim Bob Cooter as our passing game coordinator has cooked the offense.
Yeah, I agree.
Has any player improved under Doug? Not even being dramatic, except Logan Cook.
No.
I
mean, even on Philly. I mean, I could be wrong, but from what I remember, like they were an older team. They didn't have young guys for the most part, and like that goes back to like how Trent's style of drafting is. He drafts on ceilings and athletes, and that's not how Doug coaches. He needs guys that can win now, and we don't have that. Like we have a couple guys, but
yeah,
I don't know.
That's well said there. UCF is still mad. Well, we'll see tomorrow night. I'll be on tomorrow night with them. Cisco with the flop. We should start grabbing plays off Madden at this point. I agree. I mean, might as well. Why would the refs even help us for the NFL hates the city of Jacksonville? They're very, very mad at Khan for not moving the team to London. Maybe. When's the Twitch career coming back? Well, see, Breacher, I seem to remember you quitting before I did. So before you throw stones, you're out of your glass house or whatever the saying is. Good night, folks. I hope you have our Jags. You never know. Where does Madden come the plays that got the Jags? Hello, we're not using them. The one positive for the Jags this week is after the loss, our head coach flew home on the plane with the team.
Hey,
that's true. It's a good point.
I don't know if that's positive. He should stay there.
Wentz regressed under Doug. Let's win against the Texans. Will be a spark, I believe. Justin Fields is a better quarterback draft in 2021. Thanks for the breakdown stream. We appreciate it. Yeah, no problem. Seaton Sesko, it's a wrap, boys. Season's done. Hope the Jags kick our ass so we can move on from the staff. Meaning the Texans is what he meant. Doug was only successful in Philly because they had 3 Pro Bowl offensive linemen.
That too.
4th and 5th DBs playing man versus starting wide receivers. We can't expect much. That's I know. You're right. I know. And I said that. Nielsen has to be looking at bulky. If you still read comments, you never know. I've been back for a minute now. Oh, wow. Look at the little
big internet guy
being thrown there. Okay. Okay. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up, I think. I have nothing else to say. I'm glad you came on, Carson, because I was going down a dark road like I typically do in life. But you brought me back. Make sure to go follow Carson on Twitter. It's Carson_Shack. Take a look at it there. As you see it on your screen, put a little underscore in between there. You'll find him on Twitter. Thanks, Jason. No problem. Appreciate you guys being here. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully we have something fun to talk about. I'll do a Friday night show. We might be off work Thursday and Friday. So bad day to be a work day. That's all I'll say.
Bad day to be a live show.
Bad day to be a live show. Appreciate it, guys. Make sure to follow and like everything in the video description. We'll be back on Friday. I'll be back tomorrow night on Club Jaguar, and then I'll be back Friday on here for the preview show. And we'll just try to, keep it going, I guess. So anything left on your mind, Carson, before we get out of here?
No, I think I've done enough Jag talking and sulking for a lifetime.
At least Jason does his job well. Wow, well, I'm glad someone thinks so. That's always nice. All right, well, we'll see you guys later. We'll see you guys on Wednesday and Friday. Until then, as always,